Elderly woman robbed at gunpoint in broad daylight. Bikers overheard and delivered instant justice. It was a sunny afternoon on a quiet street, one of those peaceful moments when you'd never expect anything bad to happen. But for 74-year-old Mrs. Eleanor, peace turned into terror in the blink of an eye. A masked man jumped out of a black car, pointed a gun at her trembling hands, and demanded her purse. Passers-by froze, afraid to intervene. The world seemed to have gone silent, until the thunder of motorcycle engines broke through the air. A group of bikers, known for their rough looks but loyal hearts, had overheard the woman's cries from across the block. What happened next stunned everyone. These men didn't wait for the police, they became the justice no one expected. What the robber thought would be an easy target soon turned into a lesson he'd never forget. Mrs. Eleanor had lived in the same neighborhood for over 40 years. She was a widow who loved feeding birds and chatting with shopkeepers during her daily walks. That day, she carried her small leather purse containing her pension money, savings meant for her medicine and groceries. As she crossed the street, a young man wearing a hoodie and sunglasses stepped in front of her. "Hand it over, Grandma," he hissed, flashing the cold barrel of a gun. Eleanor froze. Her voice trembled as she said, "Please, son, I've got nothing but a few dollars." But the man didn't care. He yanked the purse from her shoulder, shoving her to the ground. Her knees scraped against the pavement, tears welling in her eyes. People nearby gasped but didn't move. Some took out their phones, recording instead of helping, just a few blocks away. A group of bikers from the Iron Brotherhood were parked outside a diner, laughing over lunch. One of them, a tall man with a beard named Rex, suddenly heard the distant cry of an old woman echo down the street. He stood up. "That didn't sound right," he muttered. The others looked up, their faces changing from relaxed to serious in seconds. "Let's check it out," said Tank, the oldest of the group. They mounted their roaring Harley bikes and sped toward the sound, their engines growling like thunder when they arrived. They saw the robber running toward his getaway car, and Mrs. Eleanor trembling on the ground, clutching her chest. Rex revved his engine and blocked the thief's escape route. The man froze, gun still in his hand. "Move, old man," he barked. But Rex didn't flinch. Behind him, 4 other bikers surrounded the car, cutting off every possible exit. Tank got off his bike, towering over the thief. "You picked the wrong person to mess with today," he growled. The robber tried to raise his gun, but before he could aim, one of the bikers, Diesel, kicked it clean out of his hand. The weapon clattered across the pavement. The crowd that had been frozen moments ago began to cheer. The bikers pinned the man down until the police arrived. One of them carefully picked up the gun with a napkin and handed it to an officer. Mrs. Eleanor could hardly speak. You saved me," she whispered. Rex knelt beside her, offering her purse back. "Ma'am, no one messes with our people," he said gently. The police took the robber into custody, but it was clear who had done the real work that day. The officers even thanked the bikers for their courage. As the crowd applauded, Eleanor smiled through her tears. "Not all heroes wear capes," someone shouted. "Some ride Harleys." The story of the brave bikers spread like wildfire through town. News reporters covered it, calling it instant justice on wheels. The Iron Brotherhood became local legends, but for them, it wasn't about fame. A week later, the bikers visited Mrs. Eleanor's home. They brought groceries, flowers, and even fixed her broken fence. She made them homemade pie and tea, laughing for the first time since the robbery. "Why did you help me?" she asked softly. Rex smiled. "Because people forget what respect looks like. We don't." From that day forward, the Brotherhood made it their mission to protect the vulnerable, checking on seniors, helping kids get home safe, and working with local charities. The same town that once judged them by their tattoos and bikes now waved and smiled whenever they rode by. As for Mrs. Eleanor, she became an honorary member of their family. They even gave her a leather jacket that read "Iron Heart." The robber, now behind bars, reportedly broke down in court saying, "I never thought anyone cared enough to stop me." Maybe that was his own kind of justice, realizing he'd tried to steal from someone who wasn't alone. Sometimes the world needs reminders that courage still exists, that real strength isn't about muscles or power, but about standing up for what's right. Share this story if you believe in justice, kindness, and unexpected heroes, because sometimes the toughest looking people have the biggest hearts.